Stephen Stephen Wang. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly or is it Nguyen. Language barriers, guys. I don't know how to pronounce his name. How it's written in South Africa, it's pronounced Nguyen, but especially because of the Nguni's. But I think I've heard the people pronounce it as Stephen Wang or something like that. So I'll stick with Wang. So Stephen Wang is the finisher in this particular fight, but I mean Yahya is not that bad. But when we look at the volume, Wang I think is better. Even technically, I think Wang is a little bit better. Probably is going to be a little bit better everywhere. Output, finishing ability, especially on the feet. Even though Yahya actually has the ability to actually finish a fight on the feet, um, Wang is also very well rounded. I think this is going to be probably one of the closest fights on the card, if I'm being honest. Grappling wise, I think both of them are pretty decent, but I would give an advantage to Steven Wang, to be honest, because Mohammad Yahya has horrible takedown defense, and offensively, both of them are pretty evenly matched as far as I can tell. Even though I feel like maybe Yahya might have the advantage when it comes to jiu-jitsu and submission, but still, I don't know, man. If you've been watching me for long enough, you know that I heavily favor anyone, especially on the ground. If you have defensive wrestling or defensive grappling, whatever it is, but specifically wrestling, not just grappling. Um, Alma Logriam, yo, what up? What's up, man? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. So in this particular situation, I feel like both of them are not particularly great on the ground. Obviously, Yahya has the jiu-jitsu advantage, but my biggest problem is Yahya is horrible defensively. It's too easy to take him down. I'm doing good. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. It's too easy to take Yahya down, right? And in scrambles, right? If it gets to a point whereby there's going to be scrambles on the ground, I'm going to give Stephen Wang the advantage because normally the guy who is better defensively as far as wrestling goes is the one who's going to have the advantage when it comes to reversals. If someone is getting reversed on the ground or is going to be kept or held on the ground, it's going to be the guy who doesn't have good defensive wrestling. So that's Mohamed Yahya. I don't feel like he's good defensively as far as wrestling goes. Offensively, pretty decent, but I still feel like Steven Wang is also pretty decent as far as offensive wrestling or offensive grappling. I think both of them are pretty decent, so it cancels out. They cancel out each other. Defensively, I'm favoring Steven Wang. Elijah Youngblood Pizarro. I missed your prediction for Buchecha. Bude is getting clapped, right? Yeah, I'm going with Buchecha to be honest. Um, I just finished breaking it down. It's available on the live section of the channel. I mean, in heavyweight, as long as you know how to wrestle, you're going to probably have a lot of success. Um, Elijah Youngblood, my guy, what up? um, Alma Logriam, who you got for Espinal versus Cyril Gane? Okay, I'll answer that. Remind me. I'll answer that. Let me finish breaking down this fight, and then I'll answer that. So I don't know. On the ground, I'm going to give the advantage to Stephen Wang. Um, I feel like he is better defensively. Offensively, both of them are pretty evenly matched. So because of the defense, I'm giving it to Wang. On the feed, Stephen Wang throws probably almost three times more than Stephen Wang throws what do you call it? A lot more than Mohamed Yahya, probably three times more. Defensively, both of them are not but particularly great, but I'm going to take Stephen Wang's. I think Wang is a little bit more technical with the striking. I feel like he is going to have more volume, more technique. He is a better finisher. So yeah, man, I think defensively both of them are not that particularly great, but I think Wang is slightly better, not by much, but he is slightly a little bit better. So yeah, my subscribers are going with Mohammad Yahya. I'm going with Stephen Wang. I guess we'll see. Initially, my subscribers and I differed on three fights. Initially, my subscribers had picked Robert Whittaker, but they ended up changing their pick to Renier Derrida. So now the only two fights that my subscribers and I disagree on is this one. Mohamed Yahya. They are picking Mohamed Yahya. I'm picking Stephen Wang, and then they are picking Martin Boudet. I'm picking Marcus Buchecha. So we'll see. And this concludes the breakdowns for this whole card. Let me respond to you guys before I bounce. Alma Logoria, who you got for Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gahn? That one's a tricky one. I actually made a short where I gave my quick thoughts on that particular fight. I feel like the default is to say, well, Tom Aspinall is going to beat Cyril Gahn, right? I think that goes without saying. I'm sure Tom Aspinall is a minus 1,000 favorite. However, I'm worried. I'm not gonna lie to you because I think people saw what John Jones did to Cyril Gahn, and then Cyril Gahn's performance against Volkov, and they were like, ah, man, Tom Aspinall is going to run through him. I think styles make fights. I think people are forgetting Cyril Gahn's performance against Francis Ngannou, right? Against Jairzinho Rosenstrike, against Tai Tuivasa, against what do you call him, Derek Lewis, right? And I'm not comparing all these people to as I'm not comparing these people to Tom Aspinall. I'm just saying Cyril Gahn knows how to deal with power, right? Obviously, Tom Aspinall has technique. It's not just power. Cyril Gahn has I mean, not Tom Aspinall has technique. It's not just power, right? So I don't know. I feel like I haven't seen enough of, and I keep hearing people saying, Tom Aspinall submitted Alexander Volkov. Yeah, that's true. But the thing is, I don't know, man. I just feel like I would like to see how this one plays out. I'm leaning. I'm obviously going to pick Tom Aspinall, but I don't know, man. I feel like Cyril Gahn might actually upset a lot of people here. Cyril Gahn knows how to manage distance. He knows how to avoid getting knocked out, and obviously he knows that's going to be in this particular fight. So he's going to make sure that he finds a way to actually prepare for that. And I'd like to see what happens if Tom Aspinall ends up going to championship rounds, right? Because Cyril Gahn can't do it, right? And I will emphasize that Cyril Gahn was able to avoid getting knocked out by Francis Ngannou. Of course, Francis Ngannou is not as technical as Tom Aspinall, but I think people are forgetting Volkov is massive, right? So the height and reach advantage plus the kickboxing background obviously gave Cyril Gahn problems. I don't know, man. I don't think Cyril Gahn is going to be as reckless as a lot of the opponents that Tom Aspinall has had. I still think maybe Tom Aspinall might find a way to actually get it done, but I think people are overlooking Cyril Gahn too much, and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets the upset. To be honest, um, I would need to do a little bit more research on this one, so that I'm not just talking out of the side of my, you know, I'd like to speak on specific topics with a little bit of knowledge, so that I'm not just saying things without like anything backing up what I'm saying. I'm just feeling like um, Tom Aspinall might cause a lot of problems. What do you call him? Cyril Gahn might cause problems, but we'll see. Um, Elijah Youngblood, the two biggest underdog picks for the card this weekend. Um, you mean mine? I released a video on the video section. Like, you click on the channel and then click on video. You'll see all the videos. the video the video that was released today has what do you call it, the best underdogs, right? So the best like it has the best underdogs. It tells you my confidence in those particular picks, whether it's highly possible, but again, low possibility, medium possibility, and high possibility. That basically, it's me basically telling you, is that upset possible for every single fight? So, but off the top of my head, one of the biggest upsets that I could see happening, if there was anyone, I don't bet on fights, but if I was betting on fights, I think I would put money on McGee, on Marcus McGee. I genuinely feel like the only thing that worries me is that McGee is 35 right now, and right, obviously, Piotr Jan has the experience advantage. But outside of that, man, I feel like McGee, uh, on this whole entire card, McGee probably is the best underdog on this card, right? In my opinion, I don't know if there's any underdog as good as McGee at this point. I think McGee has the shot to actually upset a massive shot. Like, if it was me 2 3 months ago, I would have picked McGee, right? I changed my prediction strategy just to make sure that the quality of my predictions is better overall. So yeah, I think that's my best. I can't recall from the top of my head. Go check the video section on the channel. It has the best upset. But again, um, upsets predictions. It's written upsets predictions and in brackets best underdogs. Um, Alma Logriam. I think Tom Aspinall finishes Cyril Gahn in the later rounds. It's highly possible. I'm also going Tom Aspinall, but I would need to do a little bit more research. But we'll see. Um, Corner Sailors. Bro, you look like Freddie Gibbs. I don't know who that is, but shout out. Elijah Youngblood. Okay, got you. Yeah. I'll check it out. Yeah. Elijah Youngblood. I posted McGee and people roasted me. LOL. Nah, man, you are on the right track, man. I feel like he has the best shot at actually getting the upset. To be honest, Elijah by decision. I could see him finishing. To be honest, but yeah, most likely by decision. Just that my biggest concern is that Jan starts. You can watch my breakdown, but my biggest concern is that Jan starts very slow, and then he then has to catch up in the second and third round. There's no championship rounds. So first things first, the biggest problem with Jan is that he usually loses the first round, and he catches up in the second round and third round. So that's the biggest problem. If McGee can find success in the first round, he might be able to finish him. And even if he doesn't finish him in the first round, it's highly likely that McGee can cause enough damage in the first round that could carry over into the second round. And it could prevent Piotr Jan from actually building into the fight quickly enough in order for him to actually secure the second round. And maybe Piotr Jan might win the third round, but still, it probably might not be enough, right? So, especially because there's no championship rounds, and that's how Piotr Jan fights. But we'll see, we'll see, we'll see. I just feel like Marcus McGee is probably the best underdog on this particular card. Um, Connor Sailors, Jan by finish or decision is a lock. Okay, shout out to you, man. I'm obviously picking Piotr Jan, but I'm not very confident. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not very confident. But yeah, that's my breakdown for this particular fight. I'll see you guys for the watch along. I'm going to be a little bit busy. I'll see you guys for the watch along on fight day. I love and appreciate all of you. Thank you for supporting me, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Yeah. Until then, deuces. But the channel is always active, even if I don't stream. Like if you want to watch or rewatch all the breakdowns, they're available in the live section of the channel. Just click on live at the top of the channel, and then you'll see all my breakdowns from the main event up until the prelim openers. So every single breakdown is available. There's a couple of so every single section of the channel has different things. So the live section has breakdowns and the watch alongs, and then the video section is fight statistics and stuff like that. And then the short section has the fight statistics and everything like that, and then the video section has IQ, who has the highest IQ, the risk level of each fight, upsets predictions, finishing rates, cardio. So each section of the channel has different things. So just go through it. The community section is where the subscribers make their predictions. Actually, the predictions are out now for Taturo Taira versus is it Amir Albazi? Yeah. So the predictions are out. You can go vote there. So every single part of the channel has something different. So just go through all of it, and yeah, you'll probably find what you're looking for. Until next time, deuces.